If you want to build a new house in our city, the permit is now $50,000. Can they do that?
Senator, essentially, I think the same analysis applies. I think that the local government would have the ability to establish that, and I don't think Congress could overrule it, and I think they would have the inherent authority to do so.
Why isn't that a taking under the United States Constitution and the Fifth Amendment?
Senator,
At today's Senate Judiciary Committee hearing, sparks flew when John Kennedy pressed judicial nominee Stephen Chad Meredith with a provocative hypothetical that immediately grabbed the room's attention. In a line of questioning that quickly turned tense, Senator Kennedy asked Meredith how he would respond if someone publicly insulted him with a defamatory slur, and whether using paid advertising to refute it would raise ethical concerns. The exchange wasn't just about the words used, it was about judicial temperament, free speech boundaries, and the limits of public response for someone seeking a lifetime appointment to the federal bench. Meredith, nominated to serve as a United States District Judge for the Eastern District of Kentucky, was forced to navigate the fine line between defending one's reputation and upholding the impartiality expected of a federal judge. Kennedy, known for his sharp and often theatrical questioning style, zeroed in on how a judge should conduct themselves under public attack. Was it a fair hypothetical or a political trap? And what does this exchange reveal about the standards expected of federal judicial nominees? Stay tuned as we break down the full confrontation, the legal implications behind the question, and what it could mean for Meredith's confirmation. Have your say in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Analysis would apply there. Perhaps it would. I don't
Well,
know.
suppose I have my cell phone service with AT&T, and I call AT&T, and I say I want to expand my cell phone service, and they say nope. We read that New York Times article. You can't do it. Can AT&T turn me down?
I think theoretically they probably could.
No. How? Why? What
Well,
basis?
Well, I take that back. You're right. They probably can't because it's the same thing.
Why?
They're using the airwaves as well.
They're a common carrier, right?
I think that analysis probably applies there. That's right.
Okay. Mr. Mercer, can Congress pass a law that says cities are no longer able to participate in zoning? We're going to take it over at the federal level because we don't have enough houses. Would that be constitutional?
Senator Kennedy, I don't believe it would be.
Why not?
I believe that's the sort of thing that the Constitution has, not given Congress the authority under Article 1 to do that, and in fact,
Why not? On what basis?
in our system of federalism, those things that are not set forth in the Constitution are reserved to the states, and zoning is one of those quintessential public health, safety, welfare matters that we reserve to local government to resolve. And so I don't believe it would be permissible for this body to attempt to codify something in that regard.
So local government would win in that instance.
That is my understanding.
Okay,
Senator.
suppose local government came back and said, not only now that we've won and we have jurisdiction over our own zoning and our own housing laws, if you want to build a new house in our city, the permit is now $50,000. Can they do that?
Senator, essentially, I think the same analysis applies. I think that the local government would have the ability to establish that, and I don't think Congress could overrule it, and I think they would have the inherent authority to do so.
Why isn't that a taking under the United States Constitution and the Fifth Amendment?
Senator, that would be a whole different analysis, but I don't believe.
Same analysis. We just established they have the right to zone as they wish, and so and to regulate local housing. They're doing it. They're saying $50,000 to get a building permit. You're telling me that's constitutional?
Senator, I believe it would be. I think that they could establish that they need, in order to engage in the permitting process and go through what they need to do as a local government, I doubt very much whether that would be a violation under a compensable taking under the Fifth Amendment.
You familiar with Sheets v. County of El Dorado?
Senator, no, I'm not. That is not something that I've encountered in my practice.
The Supreme Court struck down a $23,420 fee for a permit to build a home.
I was not familiar with that precedent, Senator. I'll make sure.
At some point, local government, which has wide discretion when exercising its police power, at some point, their actions can step over the line, can they not?
That is true, Senator. And
violate what? The
well,
takings clause?
In this case, I'm not familiar with if Sheets was based upon the Fifth Amendment or if there was some other analysis, but...
It was Fifth Amendment.
Okay.
Y'all hungry? I am.
Yes, Senator.
Okay. All right, gentlemen, thank you. Thanks to all the nominees today. Written questions for the record may be submitted until August 6th at 5 o'clock. We would ask you to respond promptly. This hearing is adjourned.
Have your say in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe.